Uh, Hello, everyone. Just wanted to connect a little bit more on a few things that was going across my mind, so I thought I'll just share them with you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about three things which are complementary to each other. One is, of course, karma. Second is the relationship, and third is well-being. And all these three things finally moving towards enlightenment. I'm just trying to derive a correlation and then let me know if it makes sense to you. So it made sense to me, so I thought I'll just share it across to the people. And whatever suggestions and write ups you give back to me, I value them a lot, and thank you so much. So the word karma is basically a Sanskrit word, and now it's been more used in English language, which is a big thing, and it's a matter of proud as well. So karma has now become an English word now, more or less. I've seen a lot of philosophers using it. So what exactly is karma? So karma from Sanskrit, basically it means action and the consequence of that action. So it's not a mere reward and punishment mechanism. It's beyond that. But if you deeply see it, to be very simple and keep it to the point, it's action. Now, this action doesn't have necessarily to be a physical action. It could be an emotional action, it could be a mental action, it could be a cognitive action, that means a thinking process, it could be a perceptual action as well. So it doesn't have to be physical in the material universe. If I fall in love with somebody, itself is a karma. It's an emotional action. If I have an aggressive state of mind to somebody, again it's a karma. So it's not picking up only in terms of physical matter, but then it's an action. Now, if I relate this to relationships, which is a very important aspect of this extension to the karmic episode, because a relationship, no matter what you have in life with anyone, all are karmically driven. Some the intimacy is more, some the intimacy is less, and some the intimacy is deep rooted, and some there are pendencies. Which one can't escape? So a karmic relation, all relationships are karmic. Some less, some more, intimately connected. Now here I've introduced another word, not to confuse you, but just to bring into your awareness, which is well-being. So karma, relationship, and well-being, and finally leading to enlightenment. This thread I'm trying to key in as a correlation. These four terms, probably I think, which I was having a thought last night and this morning. So I thought just to stitch them. Karma is an action, and relationship is an extension to that action, which is karmically driven. But how can you say it's well-being? And most of my earlier videos have says, what is the definition of well-being? For me, there are four facets which I feel, and I truly believe. First tier of well-being is joyful and an energetic body. No matter what phase of life I am facing, still I have a joyful and energetic body. And how to understand this? Just on a scale of 10. See the measure of joyfulness and energy in your body. 7, 10 being the highest, and 1 being the lowest. If you put yourself on joy and energy, physical energy of your body and joy on a scale of 10, let's say 7, 8, 9, excellent. If you put 1, life sucks. 4, 5, 6, you may be suffering from disease, or may not have a good sleep last night, or probably is suffering from some ailment. You're too lazy, lethargic. So just map yourself on the scale of 1 to 10. You'll understand the first element of well-being, which is joyful, energetic body for your own self. The second element is compassion. Do you have enough compassion flowing in naturally? Kindness, empathy, not being judgmental. Again, on a scale of 10, see how compassionate you are to yourself as well as to other people. Because if you love yourself, you'll not hurt anybody. It's quite it's quite contradictory when people say I love myself, but they'll end up hurting other people. It is just not possible. Just look into yourself, you'll get the answer. Third thing is of well-being is compassionate heart. Third thing is having a reflective, alert, and a quiet mind. which is intuitive, which is creative, which is not looking logic everywhere, which learns how to trust. So, see again how much quiet your mind is. Quiet mind is not positive mind all the time, or negative mind all the time, or chaotic, or confused, uh, or in suspicion, or into backbiting and bitching. That's not a quiet and reflective and an alert mind. Quiet, elective, alert mind is a mind which is always inwardly looking. It is highly creative. Sorry. It is highly creative, and it's highly intuitive, because intuition is the biggest intelligence that one can have, but then it only comes to a quiet mind. It does not come to a confused state of mind. So these are the three things I told. The fourth one of your measure of your well-being is lightness of being. You are in the lightness of being. You are in a state of surrender, and you allow the universe to work through you. You're not judgmental at all. You are above no one, and you're beneath no one. So it's a lightness of being. You are just in a state of being. So if you see all these four things, they are the measures of your well-being, and in you, and if you're in lightness of being, your mind body is your tools. It's not you. What you are is beyond the mind body, and you use mind body to materialize this lifetime. So if you are in this if you see these four measures of well-being and you rate them on a scale of 10, then you understand the full score of your well-being, the status of your well-being. But then why am I saying this? Why am I saying is that a karma, relationship, and well-being. Now, if your karma gets into a relationship, and that relationship is taking you away from all these four things, then that relationship is not taking you towards enlightenment. It's impeding to enlightenment. To any relationship that is taking you away from being joyful and energetic body, having compassion for yourself, for other people, having a reflective, alert mind, and having a lightness of being is not driving you towards well-being, and it's restricting you. And if it's a toxic relationship, it's taking you further back. So one check that you should do all relationships you have in life is that, are they growing you spiritually, or they're pulling you down spiritually? If they're spiritually putting you spiritually down, then probably they'll be suffering. And some people are used to suffering. So if you have a desire to control, hold people, you will be used to suffering. And some people are addicted to suffering. They want to suffer. If you do not value people who love you from heart and compassion, then again, you are addicted to suffering. Okay? Holding on is suffering, and letting go is life. And finally, if a relationship is driving you towards spiritual growth, where your four elements of your well-being, joy, energetic body, compassionate heart, reflective mind, and lightness of being goes up, then it's leading you towards unity consciousness of being oneness, and oneness is enlightenment. So one question you should ask to yourself in any relationship that you hold, and anything you're doing it for the sake of just sensation, is again driving you back, driving you away. It's an impediment to enlightenment. What I mean by sensation is, if you just eat for the sake of sensation, you overeat, it will damage you. Even sex for the sake of sensation, it will make you a maniac. Anything just for the sake of sensation, sleeping all the time, sake of sensation. Okay? Anything without the sake of sensation will take you away from enlightenment. And anything you're doing it for the sake of compassion and a deeper meaning, which is spiritually driven, is taking you towards unity consciousness. So one question you have to ask in every relationship you have in life, that is it taking you towards a spiritual realm and getting you towards unity consciousness, finally towards oneness and enlightenment, or it's taking you away? And you will get the answer about it from your inner self. You don't have to consult anybody outside. So value all the relationships which are driving you towards unity consciousness, because those are your important karmic entanglements. Okay, I don't know if it's making sense or not, but this is what I feel. Karma, relationship, well-being, finally are interrelated, and if it's in the right way, they lead you towards oneness, and oneness is enlightenment. And that enlightenment is not in terms of time, because there is no time required for enlightenment. Time is only a consideration when you have to walk a distance. If I said how much time it will take for you to sit, you're already sitting. You just have to turn inwards. So there is no time. So you're already enlightened. You just turn inwards. But your karma, relationship, and and well-being becomes tools towards enlightenment if they're in the right episode. The relationship between you and me right now is also karmic. Okay. So all relationships are karmic. But the intimacy, the intensity of intimacy differs. But all relationships may not take you towards the unity consciousness. There can be an impediment also. So be careful on those. But if somebody wants to suffer for the sake of suffering, and suffering is an addiction, as I said. If you don't want to lose, if you don't want to control people, you want to have authority of the people, you will keep on suffering. But to conclude, all relationships are karmic. Take an inner shift and get back and flourish with those relationships which are driving you towards spiritual enlightenment. That is oneness, that's unity consciousness. Because one of my favorite poets, Rumi, said that why you live in a mental prison when everything is all open? And you remove this mental prison once you get enlightenment. Another poem of Rumi also says is the beloved that shows the way to enlightenment. So if it's a true compassionate relationship, which is based on pure unconditional love, would drive you towards enlightenment. And one should be cognizant of such relationships and value them in life. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. So karma and relationship well-being finally leads to enlightenment if they are on the right episode. The stitch is the right. And one question you should ask in any relationship that you are, is it taking you towards your well-being or it's taking you away from your well-being? If it's taking you towards your well-being, it will finally land up for your enlightenment. That is oneness with unity consciousness. Okay, fine. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much.